All right, folks. Jeremy Blanchard here, Jason Scott, whatever. Don't know what it is now. It's been over a year since I've been in the ring. I've had to retire due to concussions. I'm still active with West Coast Wrestling Connection. I help teach at the Grappler Wrestling Academy along with Eric Baden and Eric Wright. But I'm going to open up this. I don't know what you'd call it. It's not a podcast, but it's going to be anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes per week of me talking about what's happening around the Northwest, wrestling-wise. You can call it wrestling around the Northwest. But this is kind of a little trailer for you, if you will. It's not. I'm not here just to trash. I'm here to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. Part of one of the things I'm going to talk about when the first time I let one release is, kind of where I'm at. Having to make that transition from in-ring work to management. Taking on a couple guys and being their manager and jumping in that role, and how sitting outside the ring it's a killer, man. I tell you what. I don't wish it on my worst enemy, man. It's rough. You see something happening, and you think to yourself, I'm just gonna jump in there, But it's just gonna be me. I might have a guest from here time to time, but me and all my flaws. So if you see me at a show, you don't have to be worried. I'm not. It's just like I said. I'm not here to absolutely 100% degrade all the time. If there's something I don't like, of course, you know me. If you've known anything about me, you're gonna know about it. If something I don't like, you're gonna hear about it. Something I do like, you're also gonna hear about it. So I think the state of professional wrestling is probably at its scariest right now. Talking about this at the wrestling school, somewhere along the lines it just switched, and people are walking through that door with a sense of entitlement. And that's a problem for me. We've got a lot of talent coming in, which is a good thing. But the weird part about it is the sense of entitlement, and where did it come from? I wouldn't mind people's feedback at all. I would love it, as a matter of fact, because that is a question for me. I don't know all the answers. And so, where did this come from? Walking through the door, wanting to go from greenhorn to vet. Like that. You can't skip steps, folks. You just can't. And if you do, our product suffers. And that's kind of what's happening right now. I'm seeing some stuff lately where psychology has just been thrown out the window. And it's just sad to watch. So if you think you're doing professional wrestling a justice by skipping steps, you're going to get found out. Okay, the one thing I love about the Northwest is we don't let anything slide, do we? I mean, I don't want to name too many names. I mean, I'll name names for the good and the bad, but, this person is the first and probably the last time you're going to hear his name on this, whatever you want to call it. Me getting more time with the business here, or a different avenue, is Super Tramp. We didn't let that slide, did we? I mean, I wouldn't say, I didn't have anything to do with that. But I'm saying is that's what I love about the Northwest is if you are full of shit, we're going to squeeze that shit out of you. Okay? And we're going to bring it to light. Okay? Because we don't got time for that in wrestling. Wrestling is, as an active wrestler, you got a short period of time to be in that ring. And I don't know who said it, but somebody told me, or I heard it when I was younger, that each time you step in that ring and you work a match, is one step closer to the last time you're going to step in that ring. And let me tell you something, it can come quick. Okay, folks? I mean, it can come quick. I suffered a concussion in August of 2015. My mistake was I decided I was going to go ahead, and that was on a Sunday. Sunday night, early Monday morning, we were flying out to Vegas. I flew. That was my big mistake. I did not know about the flying gimmick. I should have. You'd think that that'd be a common, just common knowledge. I mean, you should just already know that. But being concussed already, I thought it was, I wasn't going to miss the opportunity to do Paragon Pro Wrestling, and so I went ahead and flew, and that has caused some serious problems to date that are, I mean, from anywhere from, started from insomnia to sleep paralysis to actually narcolepsy. So if I actually fall out on this show, I'm going to keep it. I'm actually going to keep it running. I'll show it to you guys because that's just stuff that can happen, you know. But I ended up with 5 concussions by the time I had to let it go. They just kept coming quicker and quicker, and actually the last one I didn't even hit my head. It was just a whiplash motion. So knew I was in trouble. So I miss it dearly. If anybody ever spent any time with me, you should probably know that how much I did love it, enjoyed it, enjoyed the people around it. Enjoyed the time I had in it. I loved the Northwest. Dedicated myself here. I mean, I could have gone to a lot of different places and wrestled. I'm talking like little dead territories, if you will. I'm not talking about. I'm a national level guy. Okay, I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not. And I'm not a national level guy. I'm just a guy with an opinion. You can take it or leave it. Don't want to listen to it. Don't have to. It's a beautiful thing about this. So, but it is a selfish way for me to continue to be able to be involved and watch, and because I really need to know what's going on. I mean, even when I was an active wrestler, I apologize, but guys, a lot of times it wasn't because I thought I was better than anybody else. I just didn't watch anything when it came to Northwest Wrestling or even Indies. I barely knew anything about the Indies. It just wasn't. I just wasn't one of those type of people that like to seek out matches. I don't watch mine. I don't have anything at home. I'm here. I'm in my house right now. I can look down what I got. I got let's see, the best of those WrestleManias. I got AWA, the Rise and Fall, or maybe that's the WC one, the Von Erichs. But either way, I've got a few of those. A lot of 80s, 70s, and 80s, because that's where I think is wrestling's had it cooking full force. So. But I don't have my stuff here, and I refuse to watch my stuff. I just don't like it. I know if I did a good job, and I was telling somebody the other day, how I know. I mean, and by far, guys, maybe we should call this segment "Thick Skin," okay? Because that's something we need to do as human beings is get a little thicker skinned. We say the tiniest things, and it affects people that aren't even involved in what I'm talking about. And then that's driving me up the wall. Okay, if I don't say your name, okay, and then the quote after it, then it might not pertain to you. If it does pertain to you, that's on you. That's something you need to fix. Don't get mad at me. Okay, but like I said, we need to get a little more thicker skinned here, because I'm going to say some things here, and I'm just going to be honest. And I'm not bashing you. We all have things we can work on. We all have things we're good at. Okay, so basically, we got a lot of talent right now, where the direction is kind of swirling around and around and around and around. And me personally being involved in the training aspect, I can tell you right now that I've got a lot of people who want to tell me what they're doing, like what's they're quick to pipe up and correct me or try to overtalk me, which any vet right now is shaking their head, going, "You got to be kidding me!" All right, no, I'm not kidding you. You know it better than me. Go. I don't need you. You don't need to be here then. Obviously, the thing is one of the things about professional wrestling is, you cannot listen when your mouth's open. So, guys that are getting involved right now, if you're listening to this, if you're 2 to 3 years in the business, okay, shut your mouth. Listen to the guys you're paying money to. All right, I ain't gonna go in and tell somebody how to fix my car because I don't know shit. All right, I open up the hood, I don't know nothing. I'm sure as hell not gonna talk over the guy trying to tell me what's wrong with it. We're also gonna touch upon the terrible twos. Some of you guys already know what I'm talking about right here in Some Island, but somewhere along the lines, 2 years into the business, you just know it all. I mean, you just know it all. So, Jeremy Blanchard here, 20 years in the business, no longer an active wrestler. We're gonna brush on a lot of different topics. So one of the things, like I said, the first one here, I'm going to wrap this up here shortly. It's going to be anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on. I mean, I can ramble, man. If I get off subject, I apologize. But that's where you guys come into play. You guys can always reel me back in. I also wanted some feedback here, and let me know if you want me to do this live. I've never done that live thing. I've always thought that's, I don't know, I don't know what the heck. Anybody can just get on there and say, hey, I'm gonna go to the grocery store. You want to hear what I'm getting? No, fuck no, I don't want to hear what you're getting. So if my language offends you, I apologize, but that's just part of the noodle. All right. But we're gonna touch upon outside life after wrestling, if you're in being involved still, and trying to find every avenue you can to stay involved in this great sport. And it's a sport, folks. I don't give a shit what anybody says. It's a sport. You have to be a fucking athlete to do it. Therefore, it's a sport. So, matter of fact, I think you have to be one of the most well-rounded athletes altogether. But there's a couple guys I noticed that it's been a hard time this last year to sit and watch some of these things that's been happening. That I guess this is another subject we're gonna touch is the new promo, and how what I'm doing right now is basically your new promo, which is interesting. At first, I hated it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it is a different way to, and I do that from time to time. Sometimes you'll see me if I'm the first. I'm a man, first one to admit I was wrong on that one. It's cool. I like it now. I didn't. It took me time to wear on me, but it did. I'll be the first one to admit when I'm wrong about something. I was wrong about this one, I think. Not so much the fact that, don't get me wrong, like I just watched Jason Sullivan's. I'll tell you what, Jay, I'll watch you till the day I die. You're an entertaining motherfucker. You could point across, you're mean, man. I just saw a little Vince in you too when you're yelling there. It's pretty nice. But there's guys that should not be doing it because they don't have somebody pulling the reins in and giving them direction. Jason Sullivan doesn't need direction. Jason Sullivan's been doing this for a very long time. He knows what he's doing. So we'll get into that part of it too. So stick around, folks. I believe tomorrow I will be, depending on what you guys say, if you want me to go live, I'll go live. I don't care. I'm doing it. I'm only gonna do one take of these anyways. I've never been a 2-take guy, so live might be the way to go. That way you guys can all interact. I think that's pretty cool. I think that is cool. Looking forward to you guys' response. I want this to be not just me talking behind a microphone. I want everybody that listens to this, I want you to give me your feedback. So give me topics. Help me out here. Let my mind. I like to let my mind just go, and sometimes it'll take off and here to here, and one thing will spark another thing, and they're yada yada whatever. Feed me, man, feed me. I'm sitting here and I feel like after a year, I'm ready to. I can look again. It's hard. For a while there, I couldn't look. I couldn't respond. I couldn't look. I couldn't watch. So I'm back, and I want to. This time around, instead of using my body, I want to use my brain. So whether you like it, you don't like it. Sorry, it's gonna do it. Love you guys. Thanks for listening, and I will see you soon.